Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by to hang out with me today. It is 10:56 here Mountain Time on January the 24th. We're going to be doing messages for all signs for January the 25th, plus 5 minutes of Reiki. Whoops, let me hit mute. So plus 5 minutes of Reiki, and then after that we'll do free-for-all cards or questions. Okay, so let's just get started right now with Aries. Aries, 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 what's going on with you guys for the 25th? Aries, this is kind of an interesting thing. I don't know that I've ever had this show up as a message before, but I think you're going to be working on some debt consolidation. So you're going to be trying to get all your payments sort of combined into one where you can get things just taken care of in a more efficient way instead of this much to this place, this much to this place, this much to this place, forever. Just having all one payment is what it looks like a lot of you Aries are thinking of. Some of you will actually be doing this, and some of you will be considering, how can I do this? For others of you, debt consolidation has more to do with, let me just pay off all these things that I can pay off right now so that I only have, one or two biggies left that I have to actually worry about every month or every week or whatever, however that works out for you. Okay, so that's Aries. Taurus is next. First, though, hello there, Kim Hefner. Glad to see you. Love and light. Hi, hi. Glad to see you in the room, my dear. Anna Minton, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's still good morning here. Julie S. Hello, hello. Welcome. Glad you all are here today. Kim, where are you today? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Taurus, it looks to me like you're going to be studying something on the 25th. For some of you, this is going to be like literally studying, having the books out, checking things out on the computer, whatever that would be. For others of you, this is going to be more like studying a person, kind of like in-depth people watching of one person, trying to understand them. For some of you, this is going to be a child or a sibling or some other family member that you're just trying to understand what is going on with them. And so you may be studying a person. For those of you who are not studying a person, then this is going to be more like traditional type of study, research, digging to find information type of thing. Oh, love and light. Everybody send prayers to Love and Light's grandma who had open heart surgery, if we can, just right now, for her speedy and full recovery. Illinois. You were in Illinois yesterday. Goodness. Is that where your home is? Anna, you're in southern Indiana. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Geminis, you've got an interesting message coming up here. It's kind of a dichotomy. First of all, it feels like you're stuck in a loop, like you're feeling like, I just don't know how to get out of this. It's kind of like the rat race whole concept: get up, eat, go to work, come home, eat something, go to sleep, get up, eat, go to work, blah, 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 over and over and over and over. And it seems like it just goes on into infinity. Every day is Groundhog Day type of thing. But at the same time, you have the other part of your message is very encouraging, I think. And it says that you do have the power to break that mold if you just think about it. It's there. You've got that power. So it depends on if you like your Groundhog Day every day or not, whether you want to break out of that. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I do appreciate it. And those of you who are here, if you have not already, please share so that more people can be here. Anna Teresa, hello, hello. Glad to see you again in the room, my dear. Just reloading. Oh, Georgia's home. Georgia's a nice place. Nice weather there usually. Love and light, love and light. I bet you have snow in Illinois. Cancer. Cancer, Cancer. Cancer, Cancer. You're going to be running some kind of numbers on the 25th. You're trying to work something out and plan something. It may be that you're just trying to make sure your budget goes as far as you want it to go. Or you could be making long-term plans and trying to figure out a way to save up money for something that you want to do. But I am literally seeing a calculator and you guys' hands just like punching the numbers on the calculator. Now that's kind of an old-timey vision. Most of us don't really have calculators anymore. We just have calculator apps. Still though, you're going to be figuring out something about finances and money and assets and how to reach a goal that you have. Cancer's on the 25th. Gemma Croft Baker, hello, hello. 58, nice there, you lucky duck. It's 40 something here and it feels like 39 and it doesn't even look like the snow is melting. I'm disgusted. I'm also terribly spoiled for being in Colorado, as you can tell. Leos, Leos, Leos for the 25th of January. Leos, you're going to have the Midas touch on the 25th of January. Right place at the right time is what I'm hearing for you. For those of you who are not familiar with the terminology Midas touch, there's an old fairy tale about King Midas. And I don't remember exactly how it all went, but something happened and everything he touched would turn into gold. So he had to be careful what he touched. If he touched people, they turned into gold. Either way, you have the Midas touch. So whatever it is that you're touching turns into gold, Leos, on the 25th. And you're in the right place at the right time, which I'm sure is just contributing to that energy. There is Ricky. Hello, hello. La da 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 da. You've been running the numbers, Anna. Cool, cool. Roll me back. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you back in the room, my dear. Virgo, you're up next. Virgos, whether you own a business or whether you work for somebody else, I think you are getting ready to take something to the next level. So you may be going for a promotion if you're working for somebody else, or if you own your own business, it may be that you're getting ready to come out with a new product, a new service, or you're getting ready to come out with bigger promotions to more audiences, or that you're getting ready to produce more and take more out to bigger distribution centers or stores or whatever. But Virgo, I just feel like you've mastered whatever it is where you are now, and you are stepping up to the next level when it comes to that, Virgos. So either getting a promotion or expanding and growing the business some way or other. Oh, so sorry, Ricky. Well, the day is not over. Let's see what happens. Libra, 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 Libra. Libra, I think you're going to be looking at situations in your life very clearly and very objectively on Thursday. And you guys are air signs. That's kind of your normal mode of operation. So let's see what else we can find, because if I'm telling you how you are every day, that's not much of a prediction, I don't think. I think as you're looking at situations in a very clear and open way, I think that is sort of melting the ice between you and somebody else. You're starting to be a little bit more communicative with this other person or with this other company, whatever your situation may be, that you're starting to see in a more clear way than what you have before. Scorpios on the 25th. What are we doing, Scorpios? I'm hearing that we're eating well, whatever that means for each one of us. That's the first thing I heard. And Spirit is clarifying that as eating better than usual. So maybe somebody is taking some of us out to eat. Maybe We found a really great buy on some top-notch steaks. Maybe maybe somebody has given us, I don't know whatever it is that you like to eat. But something's going on where we're eating well. For a lot of us, I feel like we're going to be going out to dinner. In many cases, other people will be taking us out for a meal. We may be in the minority taking people out, and it feels kind of like family oriented. So if it's not exactly blood family, this could be close tribe, people that we consider to be family, even though they're not blood. It doesn't feel like it's, I won't say it's not work related for anybody, but for most of us, I feel like this is family or close friends that we're having a meal without. Patty E, hello, hello. Glad to see you in the room again, my dear. Sagittarius. Sagittarius on the 25th, it's going to be really important for you guys to consider, is my cup half full or is my cup half empty? You want to think about that a little bit on the 25th. You will be thinking about that, whether you saw this video or not, for most of you Sagittarians. Okay, so those of you who are here, if you don't mind sharing, please do so. The more the merrier. Capricorn, Capricorn. I'm seeing you guys leap over things and do cartwheels. It looks to me like there's something that you are trying very hard, Capricorn, to get away from. Whether it's a responsibility, whether it's contact with a particular person, there's something you're trying very hard to get away from. And I believe that all this leaping and jumping is successful in getting you away from them. And I think it actually becomes more of a celebration once you realize the chase is over. So there you go, Capricorns. That was interesting. Tammy Bambi, hello, hello. S. Sand, hello, hello. Glad to see you both in the room. Aquarius. Aquarius. Aquarius, I feel like you are under a lot of stress, and you know why you're under a lot of stress, but you're having a hard time putting down whatever it is that's causing that stress and stepping away from the sandbox, away from the stress sandbox on the 25th. Be aware. Be aware of yourself and be aware of how things make you feel. It's really important to pay attention to that, Aquarians. Important for everybody. My day is going awesome so far, Ms. Annie. Thank you for saying that. I hope yours is fantastic. Glad you are back, Ms. Ricky. I have something to tell you guys at Reiki time. Don't let me forget. Some good news. Oh, that's what I want to talk about at Reiki time, Ms. Sand. Let's just say that it's good news, and I'll tell you at Reiki time. Pisces, we're almost there. Pisces. You guys are locking things up. I do feel like this is in relationship. I think like somebody has offended you or hurt you. For some of you Pisces, I literally had a view of a chastity belt. You may be cutting somebody off. You may be like, oh no, not after what you said, buckaroo. You go sleep on the couch. But definitely tightening things up, making things more secure. You're not opening up to somebody right now. There's someone who has really gotten you, gotten to you, gotten you angry, triggered you, whatever you want to say. They have, I'm hearing they have crossed the line, and you are not about to put up with it. I feel like some of you have been putting up with it a long time, and this is like they've hit the end of the fuse. Now the bomb is going off. For others of you, this is more of a new type of situation, and you're just setting the boundaries so that the person knows, hey, You best be taking things seriously. Closing things off to somebody else, Pisces. Doesn't have to be in the bedroom either. Can be that you're just not talking to them. Or you're just talking to them only on a superficial level. Hello there, Virgo Queen. Hello there, Vegan Sid. Tammy Bambi. You're seeing 1010. 1010 is powerful. It's wrapping up an old phase and starting a new one all in one. Okay, so let's do some Reiki, guys. I have some news once we start Reiki. I am setting the intention with the Reiki for whatever will benefit each one of you the most as individuals. And then also, if you have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to help you with, feel free to adjust that intention. You don't have to do it in the chat box. You can just say to yourself, Reiki, please help me with ... instead. And then for those of you who are watching after the broadcast is over, no worries. You can still receive this energy and it'll be just as effective for you as it was for everybody who was here at this point while I'm still here. So let's just get it going. There we go. All right, so it is 13 after the hour, so we're going to do Reiki till 18 after the hour. Why don't you set your daughter like right next to you or on your lap or something, Ricky, and let her receive for herself? And you can also receive. Hello there, Tiffany James. Okay, so guys, this is what I wanted to tell you about because you guys have been hearing me talk about this little girl that got hit by the car on last Friday. Yesterday, she got to go home from the hospital. And I was texting with her mom as they were driving home. She was asleep in the car. It was like an hour and a half drive, I guess. But she got to go home. So much, much, much better than she was for sure. Okay, Ricky. All right. All right. So I'm diverting some of that to her too, honey. Yes, I think that's very, very exciting. She still has a long road ahead of her. I mean, she's got a lot of broken bones, a lot of stuff to recover from. I'm sure she doesn't feel like herself. I don't know, what she looks like right now. If she's still got a lot on her plate, but this is a big step. Home is best. I think you're right. Yeah, I think it's pretty amazing too. Get hit by a car and get to go home in less than a week. That's awesome. But still, for those of you who have been praying for her, I would still ask you to keep praying for her because, like I said, she's still got a lot of recovery to do. Yeah, she's a little miracle girl, Romy. You're quite welcome. Da-da-da-da. 2 more minutes, guys. If anybody has any Reiki questions, this is obviously the time to ask them while we're actually doing Reiki. If you notice stuff going on in your body and you're like, what is going on? If you want to punch it into the chat box, if I have any ideas, I'll help you. A lot of the things with Reiki is because Reiki is actually what's doing the work. Like, I'm not directing it. I'm not telling the Reiki what to do. The Reiki goes in and figures out what it needs to do and just does it. So a lot of times I can't give you exact answers about what's going on, but I can give you a general idea. And then sometimes I'm just floored, honestly. It's all about observation and learning through observation. I think she has more than an angel. I think if that car would have been 1 inch more forward than it was, that would have been a whole different story. She has a troop of angels. Pressure on your chest, Julie. That probably is the Reiki going in and dissolving the roots of some kind of old emotional trauma or emotional hurt that you've been carrying around. Tiffany Jones. Hello, hello. Glad to see you here. We've got both Tiffany's here this morning. Her first name is Lola. Third eye and sacral chakra. Third eye has to do with opening up your intuition more. Or in some cases, if your intuition is too wide open, it may be adjusting that to bring it into a healthy place. And then also sacral chakra has to do with how things appear to you, how things feel to you, all the tangible things about our situations. Hello there, Natalie. Glad to see you in the room today, honey. You're still going for the sinuses? Gotcha. Yep. Tammy, I don't think you've had a free Reiki session with me. Why don't you get a free Reiki session with me? And then if you want more later, we can always add more and talk about money later. But, you know, you got to at least take advantage of that free one. Alrighty, so that's our Reiki time. Let me go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, guys, the gates are now open. Free for all questions or card of the day, either one or the other. Please do not repeat messages to me. It gets snowed under as it is with all of you typing in right away. So just type in once either your question or whether you would like a card of the day. Questions, please be specific. If you have a question, please include a time frame. If you have a question about something happening, and if you have a question about another person, please include some kind of identifier in that question. It doesn't have to be that person's full name, certainly. In fact, please don't do that. It doesn't even have to be their first name. If you just want to put an initial, that'll be fine too. But let's make the questions as specific as we can. Thank you, Ricky. Okay, Kim Hefner wants a card of the day. Kim, I want to do Lenormand for you today. I don't think I used Lenormand at all yesterday. They're calling to me for you. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Didn't you just ask me a question like that, Virgo Queen, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago? La-da-da-da-da-da-da. Kim Hefner, house card. Ooh, you got the stork. Usually that has to do with change or with an upgrade. And you've got the scythe, or is that the scythe? Yeah, that's the scythe over the top of it. That's interesting. Okay, so Kim, really what these cards are telling me is that there was a change that was on the schedule or something, that there was a change that was intended to be made, and then the idea just got cut down or chopped down. So basically, it was kind of like a false alert, and now everything is still the same as it was before. Same old, in spite of thinking that there was going to be a change. I hope that makes sense for you. That happened either within the past 24 hours or it will happen within the next 24 hours. How did Bill feel about seeing the Virgo Queen last night? Billy boy, can she bake a cherry pie, Billy boy? Well, looks like Looks like there's something here about some other kind of chance. You've got the Ace of Coins in reverse. I'm not sure if he feels like you gave him another chance or if he's feeling like, well, I gave her another chance. I'm not sure which way that's going. I'm sure that you would know that more than I would know that, having been in the situation and having full context. You do have the Devil showing up, which tells me that he's feeling like whatever's going on between the two of you is probably pretty toxic. But then you've got the Five of Swords behind that, which says, and it's in reverse, which says that the evening or the time together ended peacefully, like you guys put down your weapons. So to me, this is saying, well, I think this may be more of Bill saying, well, I gave her a second chance, or thinking to himself, I gave her a second chance, but it was really terrible because we ended up fighting. Now we're at peace, but there's not anything coming up here as feeling card. And it looks to me like, from what happened here, this doesn't look like such a good thing. It doesn't look like something that someone would be thinking about moving forward with, especially if they're an air sign, because air signs are going to be all about logic. There is another interpretation for that. Okay, so Spirit's saying that's not it, so I'm not even going to go into that. Ricky Jorgensen. COD for you. I hope that makes sense for you, Virgo Queen. COD for Ricky. Okay, honey. Ricky Jorgensen, you've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse is telling me that you're starting to feel a little bit worn down and that you may be coming down with whatever it is that your kids had too. This would be a good idea to start pumping the garlic into your system. Whether you have garlic pills or whether you need to roast garlic or if you can chew raw garlic, whatever, you really are going to have to boost your immune system if you're going to stay keep from getting sick from what the kids had, or at least recover more quickly if you're starting to feel bad already. Tiffany James wants a COD. La da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da. Tiffany James, why am I seeing you like in a choir at a church or something, or at least in a choir balcony? You've got the Two of Arrows showing up, Tiffany James. This is just telling me that you are making a decision where you really don't feel like you have all the information you would like to have for this decision, which with this card, it's really crazy because all that information is right underneath your nose. What's going on is you don't want to look at it all. And so you're making the decision in as fair a way as you possibly can, considering you're playing the Queen of Denial right here. That's Tiffany James. Dang it, went too far. Gosh, you guys wrote a lot of stuff. Okay, so that was Tiffany James. Now we're on to Natalie Leffler, COD. You're quite welcome for the Reiki, Virgo Queen. La da 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 da, la da da da, la da 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 da. COD for Tiffany James. Four of Pentacles coming up for you in reverse. I feel like this has to do with emotions for you, that you are sharing some of your deeper emotions with somebody more than what you would normally, or more than what you have before. So basically, you're opening up to somebody, Tiffany James, that you hadn't been as open with before. Natalie Leffler wants a COD. After that, we've got Tammy Bambi, Ascend, and Anna Minton. Natalie Leffler. Six of Cups in reverse. You have somebody showing up from your past that whenever they show up, it just brings up bad memories, and you're like, bye. I said goodbye to you before. I meant goodbye. Please go now. Goodbye. That's what I see for you, Miss Natalie. Tammy Bambi. COD. I hope that makes sense for you. Tammy Bambi. Okay, honey bunny. You got the Queen of Swords. This just tells me that you're looking at situations in your life from a very logical perspective. And you're doing a lot of communication. I feel like you're doing a lot of communication with somebody to try to understand a particular situation, Tammy Bambi. S. Sand, you are up next. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. La da 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 da. A sand, you've got the stag showing up in reverse. The stag in reverse, what I'm hearing as sand is that you're beating up on yourself. Now, you're also, the thing about what you're doing is you're beating up on yourself for something that really is not a fault or is not something that was so terrible that you actually did. A lot of times when this card comes up, other people are telling us, oh man, you really messed that up. Why didn't you do such and such? Blah, 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 blah. And then we listen to them because they're probably ranting at us to where they're basically sort of brainwashing us because they won't shut up. Okay. So as sand, now you're at the point where you're beating up on yourself because of all this silliness that this other person is saying. It's time to step back, look at the situation objectively, look at how much influence you actually had on this situation, and then take accountability for the part of it that you had and realize that the rest of it is not you. You don't have to go trying to tell this other ranting person that it's really them, because that probably won't get you very far. But I think it's helpful for you to know that in your own mind that really you're not such a terrible person. And you really didn't mess this up. Somebody else way more messed it up than anything you had to do with it, which you may not have had anything to do with it. I have a friend who always blames somebody else every time he loses something. Every time. Whether it's a big thing or a little thing. Oh, she lost that. No, you lost that. And it always turns up in the end. And it always turns up that he lost that. So this is kind of like that. This is somebody telling you that you messed up when really it had nothing to do with you, if anything at all. Probably nothing. So that was us, Sand. Anna Minton. Anna Minton. Okay, Anna Minton, card of the day. You've been doing some workity work, honey, and taking pride in it. So this can be, that you just got a new job or that you've just been doing work. You've been going to work and that's kind of been the biggest part of your life. Maybe that's all you're doing. Maybe you're barely stopping to eat and you're not spending any family time. And the other thing that this could be, I think this really has more to do with work. The other thing that this could be, it doesn't have to be work for an employer. This could be about something that you're doing, some other kind of work that you're doing, either volunteer work or maybe a second part-time job or even work around your house. And finally, this could be about you working things out in some kind of relationship, whether that's a relationship with an employer or a romantic partner or a sibling or a child or a parent. Could come up that way too. And I do think there's a little bit of that going on, but I think that your time is mostly being chewed up by actually working on something. La da 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 da. Okay, let's see what's next. Annie Lennington. Look, my alarm didn't go off before your turn yet today. Question. Is the man Annie's been talking to now serious about her? Or, as they say, is it too good to be true? How do I want to ask this? That's kind of a multiple choice question. I want to make it a single choice question. Is the man that Annie's been talking to now serious about furthering a relationship with her? Wow. Freaking Jehoshaphat, honey. Whatever you were sensing there that made you ask that question, you were sensing right. I don't see him being serious about furthering a relationship with you. First of all, you've got the 9 of clubs in reverse. This dude's not ready. He's not ready. Then you've got the falling tower. If you count on this dude for a relationship, you're freaking you're going to get blown up. Let's say it that way. 9 of coins. You're a pretty independent woman. You can handle yourself. Don't settle for this guy. King of cups. He's a real freaking charmer. That he is. Still, though, not ready to do anything beyond charming. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. 4 of swords. Step back away from this one. Take a break. Take a break and see what happens if you take a break. Because that'll be the test of him. If you tell him that you want some downtime, you want to take a break from him, guess what's going to happen? He's either going to step up to the plate or he's going to be like, oh, okay, see you later, bye. And by the time you're done with taking a break, he's going to be long gone. So test him out. Don't just believe what I'm seeing here. Test him out. Super charming. Super charming. You can handle this anyway. You don't need him. And also, he doesn't need you. This is him, too. He's very independent. He is not freaking ready. This tower card says don't freaking count on him. No, no. If you want to test him, take a break and see if he's still there when you're done with your break. All right, there we go. That's for Annie Lennington. Hope that helps you. COD for Julie S. Tiffany Jones. Are you talking about for Lola? Is that little girl? Please and thank you, COD for Julie S. You are quite welcome. Julie S. Okay, my dear, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This just means that there is something that you thought you were going to be able to move forward with as far as financially or security-wise. And you're kind of banging your head against the wall or against the glass ceiling, honey. Maybe you're going up for a promotion and it's just not happening, something like that. That's what I'm seeing for you, honey. Vegan Sid. Sorry, Julie. Vegan Sid would like to have a COD. Tiffany Jones, I'm sure that little girl and her family appreciate those prayers. Vegan Sid, COD. Vegan Sid, you've got the sun in reverse. This just tells me that sometime within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours, you will be spending some time with someone else doing some things that you really, truly enjoy and enjoying that other person's company. Okay, Carla wants to know, will she open up to Mr. C about what she's been through during this springtime? La di di da 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 da. La da di da 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 da. La da di da 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 da. I don't think that you will. I think you're going to change your mind about even wanting to open up to him about this. I think you're going to decide that it feels better for you to keep it to yourself, and you're going to completely let go of that idea. That's what comes up here, honey. Will everything go today? Okay today for Romy at the appointment. Okay is such a vague word. That makes me really uncomfortable. Let's see. How will Romy Box appointment go today? Bonnie Snow, hello, hello. Glad to see you in the room. Romy, 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 Romy. Well, for one thing, your appointment's going to be freaking expensive. That's the first thing that I come up. So as far as things going okay, it's going to be hitting your pocketbook. I think you're going to be really upset, actually, at this appointment. Either you're really upset or you're dealing with somebody who is really upset. There's a lot of pessimism around here as far as what can be expected. You are going to be presented with some options about handling whatever this is that you're looking at. And I think that the doctor is going to have a recommendation. I mean, you didn't say this is a doctor's appointment, so maybe I'm off base there, but I think the doctor is going to have a recommendation out of the options that are available. And I think you're not going to be too thrilled about that recommendation. I think you're going to start doing your own research to see if you can find a better solution for yourself. Trying to sneak a medical question in on me, aren't you, Miss Romy? Let's see. Tiffany Jones needs a COD. Tiffany Jones. You got the Ten of Pentacles right side up. This is just telling me that you're moving forward with some kind of phase that brings security in your life. So this can be adding on to your home, upgrading your car, even upgrading your cell phone. This can be upgrading a relationship, anything like that that makes you feel more secure. You're moving into a next phase of that. That could even be getting a promotion or getting a job. So that was for Tiffany Jones. Yeah, see, that's a very similar question, Virgo Queen. That's why I asked that. Will your tenant buy the apartment? Gemma Croft Baker, will your tenant buy the apartment in the next 2 months, or will she renew her rental agreement? No, you did not repeat the question. Okay, so let's make this into one question. We don't want it as an either or. Will my tenant buy the apartment in the next 2 months? Will Miss Gemma Croft Baker's tenant buy the apartment within the next 2 months? No, I don't think she's going to be in a position to buy the apartment. I've got 2 aces that show up here, though, so I would say new rental agreement. I don't see her as moving out. Yep, there we go. Right, definitely a little into this guy. A little insecure, too. You got to get your confidence back, honey. Follow your happiness. Don't get all obsessed about him. La-da-da-da. I should take my own advice. Let's see. Now you're going to real soon? Okay, cool, cool, Tammy. I don't even think about when I sing usually. Usually it just comes out. All is well. Okay, glad to hear that, Kim. You're quite welcome, Virgo Queen. It was you that gave him the other chance. Okay, cool, cool. Thank you, Virgo. What do I think about the guy you went on a date with yesterday? Let's not ask what I think. Let's ask what Spirit thinks. Where did it go? Gosh, I just went too far. And I did it again. Jeez. I've got to get more precise with my scrolling. Okay, let's see what the cards say about the guy that Bonnie Snow went on a date with yesterday. She looks like she is pretty happy about the date. Let's find out what Spirit has to say. What does Spirit think about that? La da dee da 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 la da dee da da da. Does that tell you anything? Okay. Okay, so with this dude, you've got a choice, Bonnie. The very middle card comes up, talks about a choice. Okay, you can go either way with this choice. Either way is going to be just as good as the other. I'm just not liking the options that you've got here with this guy. So first of all, you can cave and do whatever it is that he wants you to do or say whatever it is that he wants you to say. And then you have peace in the relationship and it can move forward in a more calm way. Or, Miss Bonnie, you can realize that this guy is a stubborn beep, 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 and he's not going to be changing anything about himself. And if you stand your ground, there won't be peace in this relationship. You guys will just be fighting because he's not about to change for Jack. And I think that if you change to accommodate him, you're not even going to feel very good about yourself. So that's the choice. You can change to accommodate him, or you can stand your ground and he's not going to change and you can fight. I don't like him. I don't think those are good options. That's me. I don't know about a ginger shoot, honey. I've always heard of using like ground ginger in teas and stuff, but I've never heard about using a ginger shoot. You're quite welcome, Ricky. Your lease is up soon, and you have to tell them by Friday if I'm moving. Yeah, it wasn't like a balcony, like outside, but like an indoor balcony, like in a church balcony, like at the choir loft. Maybe it's not a balcony. Maybe I should be calling it a loft. I was seeing you in a loft. Maybe you're going to get a place that has a loft. La da da da. A COD is a card of the day, Bonnie Snow. What it is it's just a card that I asked Sacred Spirit to choose whatever topic that he would like. And so it's something he would like you to be more aware of than if I had not chosen that card. And it's something that happened within the past 24 hours or within the next 24 hours. It's always a very current event. You're quite welcome, Natalie. Oh, and Julie answered that question. Thank you, Julie. Lorraine Southwick, hello, hello. COD for you. Yes, ma'am. Let's do it to it. Bonnie Snow, I've already answered a question for you, so I'm not going to do a COD as well. You get a question or a COD. Let's see. COD for Lorraine. Lorraine. Ace of Swords showing up in reverse. You're going to be passing along good advice or good information to somebody in your sphere of influence, Miss Lorraine, or else you already have one of those two. That is going to happen, Tammy. Awesome. Thank you for the verification. He asked you to marry him. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. How long have you been seeing him, Annie? You're quite welcome, asked and yeah, upright and upside down are two different meanings. You're the one dragging your feet, right? You're quite welcome, Julie. Anna Minton, working hard on self-healing, grounding, loving, and rebuilding myself, finding as I've been doing so, past and present relationships, servicing for healing. Cool, Anna. That's awesome. What a great place to be in your life. Just what you needed. Glad to hear that, vegan. Right, Carla? Exactly. Manuela, hello, hello. Let's see. Let's get you a card of the day, my dear. La da 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 da. Yeah, you're just coming in for a card of the day, but you're here. That's fine. Manuela, Manuela. Okay, my dear, you have the Two of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Two of Pentacles in reverse is just telling me that things are not as balanced out as they could be in your life right now. This could have to do with, whether you have enough me time, whether you have enough work time, whether you have enough family time. This also can be talking about money and financial, that maybe the balance there could use a little boost. Okay. You're quite welcome, Romy. Yep, I saw the money involved. Definitely. You had Prince of Pentacles in reversed. La, da, da, da. Thank you for your COD. Natalie says, applying for a position. You're going to be my backup singer. Can't believe I just said la da da da, and then I read that you had typed that. You're quite welcome, Gemma. My lipstick cover color is a cheater color. I'll tell you that story, Bonnie. Um, my previous boyfriend really, really, really liked the dark, dark, dark red lipstick. And so that's this color, which there's like almost none left in this tube anymore, which is 625 by Revlon. He loved that color, and I didn't, because I grew up in the country, and when I was a teenager and I asked my dad if I could start wearing makeup, he used to always say, "How are you going to improve on what God has already done?" And so I'm really not that much of a makeup person. I mostly just put it on for the camera. But so anyway, he really liked that color, so I started wearing that color for him. And when I first put it on, with the background that I had, I just thought that really dark, dark color. I thought, oh, that's a hooker color. I felt like I was like this really bodacious woman to wear this color. And I know that's kind of crazy. And there are going to be people out there just laughing at me and shocked, but that's the way it was. So what I decided to do is I wear that color, but then I cover it up with something a little bit more shimmery, which is actually a complete different brand. This is CoverGirl, and the number is 415. And then I'll show you the color. This goes on top. So when you guys see me, I've always got both of these colors on, because I just can't handle how dark that other color is. And this has kind of become my trademark color. Like, this is all I wear for lipstick color. So you'll always see me with both of those. Anna Teresa, you're quite welcome for the Reiki. Much love to you, my dear. Namaste. You're making them a friend then. There you go, Bonnie Snow. Well, for the COD, you don't ask a question. It's either a question or it's a card of the day. Card of the day that you're just seeing what Spirit has to talk to you about, really. You're just being open and listening. What does Spirit want to point out to me? When you have a question, then that's where I want you to be specific. I would like to have a time frame on the question, because I don't want to have an open-ended question where you're waiting until you're 82 for whatever I predict to come true, you know? Right? Gonna still expect Mr. Right. I like that, honey. Oh, you already understood? Well, we just wasted an explanation. That's okay. I'm sure other people didn't know. Oh, wow, Annie, lots of pressure there is what I'm thinking. Just hearing about it is making my heart pound, Annie. Ah! Yes, on everything for the balance. Okay. Thank you for the verification, Manuela. Good luck with getting that all back under control. I know, I'm silly. And it may not be in a church, Tiffany James, but it may just be some kind of loft somewhere else. But to me, a loft, the first loft that I always think of is the loft that I used to be in this tiny little country church when I was asked to sing in the choir. They had no idea what they were doing when they asked me that because I can't carry a tune in a bucket. But that's the loft that comes to mind. And that came into my mind whenever I saw that. When I first just started shuffling your cards, I just had that vision. So something about a loft for you. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out. If you just end up like going to a bar where you're in the loft or whatever, it'll be interesting. Thank you, Tammy Bambi. Honey, I've never used a ginger shoot, so I couldn't tell you. Is your heart pounding too? All right. Well, I think we've actually answered everybody's questions before my alarm went off. Like, how did that happen? Did I even set my alarm? Looks like I did. I set it for tomorrow. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. You guys keep me on my toes and keep me fresh, and I love interacting with you all. Every one of you is just so wonderful. And it's just nice to be able to hang out with so many wonderful, amazing people. You all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you back here the next time. Peace out.